investing your first $1,000. We're actually going to jump on my laptop together and I'll walk you through it and share my screen and show you step by step. Investing is basically putting your money into something, whether that's stocks, real estate, crypto, whatever, with the hope of getting more money back in the future. And the whole point of investing is essentially to keep your money safe from inflation. Because on average, the dollar loses about 2% of purchasing power every single year due to inflation. And I'm sure you've seen this in your own life. Your money doesn't take you as far as it used to. I'm sure you've noticed this at the grocery store, for example. Another place where I've noticed this is actually the other day, I was at a really nice steak restaurant with my boyfriend. It's called Monty's in LA. This restaurant has been around for decades and was passed on through the family. And we had a delicious prime rib steak. It cost $80. Now, when I was walking out after dinner through the lobby, I saw Monty's original menu from like 80 years ago, and the prime rib steak that I just ordered used to cost $3.85 back then. And this menu was like framed, it was sort of like in a museum. And so it was really cool to see the actual effect of what inflation does to your money, which is why you have to invest it so that your dollars keep up with inflation. And of course, if you do it right, it will also outpace inflation as well. That's why when people say like, wow, isn't investing risky? The real answer is not investing is riskier, because then you are guaranteed to be a lot poorer decades from now. Not only this, but investing allows you to break out of that trading time for money sort of cycle that we're all in. It enables you to work smarter, not harder, because you've got dollars working for you. So for example, let's say you invested $500 every single month into what's called the S&P 500, which is the 500 largest stocks in the United States. If you had done this every single month over 30 years, at a 10% average annual return, you would have just under $1 million at the end of those 30 years. And that's pretty incredible, because over those 30 years, putting $500 of your money in every month, you would have only put in $180,000 of your own money. And then investing did the rest for you to get you to $1 million. Put it another way, if you put $500 a month under your mattress every month for 30 years, you'd end up with $180,000, versus if you'd invested it, you'd have $1 million. That's basically about $800,000 of free money. So that's what investing can do for you. So if you're completely new to investing and feeling even a little bit intimidated, don't be. I want you to get excited about it, because who doesn't want to earn more while also working less? All right, so the first place to start is to check your 401k. So for those of you who don't know, a 401k is a retirement plan that you get through your work. Some of you may not have this, so in this case, you can just skip ahead. This doesn't apply to you. But for most of us, investing really starts with our 401k. So at your job, your employer may have given you a 401k, and out of your paycheck every single pay cycle, they'll take out a little percentage and put it into your 401k, and that will get invested for your retirement. So before you go off and do any other investing on your own, check your 401k, make sure that a percentage of your paycheck is in fact going into this 401k, because that's like the easiest no-brainer way to get started investing. And the other thing I want you to check is see if you have something called employer match. This is basically where your employer will put in money for every dollar that you put into your 401k. It's just another job benefit that you may have, and if you have it, you should definitely take advantage of it to the max, because it's basically free money that your employer is gonna give you, and there's no reason not to take advantage of it. So see up to what percentage your employer will match for you, and make sure you max that out. Now, the good thing about a 401k is whoever the provider of your 401k is, they'll be managing the investments for you. So it should already be invested in hopefully some good index funds, which we'll get into later. And then the next step would be to look into other investment accounts that you can open on your own. So that brings us to step 2, which is to open